Welcome to episode 1 of this Let's Play series of Immortal Realms Vampire Wars. If you didn't catch my episode 0, you might go and check that one out where I talk about the game and the factions and the mechanics and all that good stuff. And then in this episode we're going to start actual gameplay. So in the last episode we recruited a couple of times. Now I'm noticing that I have an action point that I don't remember having at the end of the last episode, so I wonder if that's because I upgraded the keep, but this consumes 1 AP upon completion. Recruit consumes 1 AP upon completion. I definitely recruited 2 units, and I built something, so I'm surprised that I got that right away, that action point from that structure I made. Can I see it in here? Yes, gives 1 action point to any army starting their turn in this keep. I'm not sure why I got that action point, but it's okay, we'll take it. So let's see, I think I want to head on over to the library and then we'll see what's around. I don't need to go to the cave. I'm not worried about recruiting the units I have available here. And I'm not worried about recruiting a lord over here. And I don't need to go to this village for any reason. This just takes care of itself as long as I leave it over there. So we'll head on over to this library with our army. Okay, so we've got a village here and a wishing stone. And we can claim for 1 point, but we'll do that next turn. So we've got negative income, I know. And then, yep, negative income. And then we'll end turn. So similar to how Warhammer Total War plays, you can see like all the little factions popping up. And there's offshoots of each faction, so it's not like there's just 3 factions of vampires on the map. There's actually more than that. There's like some neutral ones. Well, I guess they're all enemies really, but there's some other sort of minor factions, and then there's also human factions. There's both sort of like the villages with their like soldiers and stuff, and then there's like an inquisition sort of thing, and they're a little bit more powerful, and they're here to stop us, so we're not going to let them do that. So we want to, I don't remember what the library does. I think you buy cards here. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm not seeing any super high rush of grabbing this village. So let's grab this library. And then we can see or examine how you are doing compared to other factions. So most people have most of the players have 3 and 2. So let's see here. Here's Moroya. And then here's Nosfernus. Oh, you can see military strength. Oh, I'm at 82, and some people, wow, I'm quite strong. They must have spent a lot of points on recruiting. And then somebody got level 2 already with their lord. Interesting. I don't know how they did that with 1 turn. We can construct, so we could upgrade the library. Increase all lords' mana regeneration by 2. Increase the amount of cards in the shop by 2. Increases to 2 card purchases each year. And that's because I can actually shop the library for cards. So I can actually pay blood to purchase cards that are added to my hand. So, play on a blacksmith to craft an extra item for 50% less cost. Give target army 1 AP and restore 15% health and mana. This is a good card. Play on a building to upgrade it for 25% less cost. Veterancy for my units. Give action points to an army. Those are all very cool, but I'm not going to spend those right now. I might actually do the mana wells. That seems pretty useful. And then we'll move on to this village, which we'll have to capture next turn. Negative income, unspent legacy points. Oh, we leveled. So I might... Oh, we have to start with the Iron Fist. Cool. And then we'll end turn. Okay, so we're running out of blood here, so we'll go ahead and... Quest failed. Yeah, it's really extremely hard to get that 60 blood into 2 turns. Like, I don't understand how you're supposed to do that. So we'll capture this, and then we actually have... grant blood points. So this is an action to do this. So do we need to do this yet? We might wait. This group doesn't have very much population, but this will give them 2 population. could probably use the extra blood early. Oh my god, look at all of these, look at all these points sitting around. Okay, so we've got another legacy point. We might do blood income, just because it's getting a little low. And then we have, oh yeah, an upgrade. So when Vlad levels up, so you can see he's level 2 now, we can actually upgrade the cards that he has available in combat, and these are really cool. So we could take, say, something like Lifesteal, and we could upgrade it so that now it does 75% lifesteal instead of 50, or increase the amount of time that the lifesteal lasts, or remove the cooldown but reduce the effect. So we could cast it a lot. So that's really, really cool. I think I might deals 35 damage to a unit, heal your lord for the same amount. It's very important to keep Vlad alive. He's going to be melee, so we might do this. Increases the range, and the range is based on where your lord is on the battlefield. So that could be useful. We could snipe something off almost anywhere on the map. Deal 35 damage, so reduce the mana cost, or increase the healing to 200%. The healing feels really good to me, because then he can run in and tank for us, and then we can heal him up by, 70 health, which is like half of his total health. So let's do that. Upgrade his drain life. We have 2 action points, so we could feed on the population. We get 3 blood per population, but it consumes all the population. So this is an inefficient action for us right now. I'd be spending 1 action point to gain 3 blood, and then my village would be out of people, and I could put 2 people back in there, but it's like, that just uses a bunch of blood to get not really any blood back, so there's no point in doing that. If you need a big boost of blood, you can go to a place with some population and just consume them all, and then just walk away. You could reseed it if you need. Do we want to do anything here? Construction. We can upgrade our villages, so we could increase the population growth. We can increase the maximum population, and we can do that twice. So let's increase the maximum population for 10 blood. And then I think we'll go ahead and head over to this manor and we'll capture it. And then later on we can recruit a lord here once we have it. Let me see if this... Did I already do that get 15 blood card? Yeah, I guess I did. Quest failed. Yes. I know. Okay, quests need to be completed within a certain turn limit, and we can get blood and clan experience. So, kill units in armies. We have 4 turns to kill 12 units. Kill human units. Feed on population. So let's go for broke. Let's do cleanse enemies, and we'll get a lot of stuff for doing this one. This is going to be difficult to do, but let's try it out. Let's go hunting for enemies. I do want to claim this real quick. We'll go over here, claim this one. Claiming these is leveling us up, which is very good. So we've got positive blood now, so I might grab another one. Reduce thin blood cost. Reduce building upgrade costs. Let's get the blood. Gonna need that for our cards. We're in winter, so we'll gain a population in 2 places, so we'll actually have 2 more blood next turn, which would be really good. And I think, can you recruit without a lord? I think the only way to do that is to use the recruit action, and then you can recruit and then move them around without a lord in their army. But otherwise, you have to have a lord, and you do that. Oh, maybe you have to send a lord here to recruit a lord. It's unfortunate. You're gonna have to find an enemy over here somewhere. Hopefully they don't just pop up down here. Dang it. Oh, well, he's coming right to me. Easy. Okay, choose a focus for the following 4 turns. Tier 1 units cost less to recruit. Blood income is increased by 10%. Blood from feeding increased. Building upgrade costs is lower. Library costs 100% more. Blacksmith cards cost more. Okay. Or elite tier 2s cost less, gain 5 blood after combat. Let's do this one. We're not going to be recruiting tier 2s, but we are going to go fight. Drain 20 mana on enemy lord. Lord gain 1 blood per 4 mana drained. Veterancy, including Lord, lose 30% of current health. Ambush. And we'll grab the veterancy, even though I'm not sure if we'll get to use that or not. Human noble available. But we have to go kill these guys. How much mana do you have? Well, we don't know. Maybe if we get closer. Can we see now? We can. So let's use this. We'll drain his mana and gain some blood, which is really nice. Then he won't be able to do as much stuff. His power is 77. We have 84. We might take some casualties, but what can we do? Is there anything we can do to help us out here? We could level up all of our units in our army. Or we could damage his army. Let's get a little head start here. There we go. So now everybody got a little chevron, so they got a little bit more powerful. So let's go in and have our first fight. Likely victory. Oh yeah, our points went up a little bit because of the veterancy, which is great. So let's fight. I don't trust the auto combat unless it's, you know, extremely one-sided. Age of Wonders Planetfall is a really great feature where you can do auto combat, and if you don't like the results, you can do it manually, and then you have to obviously take the results you get. But that way you can speed through combats that are easy without having to do them. And if something goes wrong, you can just do it, fix it yourself. Lord's Aspiration. Follow your Lord's Aspiration to rank up and gain additional bonuses. So these are like little mini quests that the two sides have during this combat, and this will change each combat. So this guy will level up when he loses units. That's unfortunate. As he loses units, he's actually going to get regeneration. His archers will get faster, and he'll gain Vampire Hunter, which I assume is some sort of buff against vampire units. Not good for me. And if I heal units using Blood Drinker, Lifesteal, or Death Tap for 50 points total, I'll gain regeneration, armor, and Blood Drinker. So we're both going to be gaining strength at about the same rate here, it looks like. So this is the placement phase, which is really nice. So I get to choose where I want my units to start the fight. It's a really nice feature that this game has that a lot of tactical games don't have for some reason. It's very strange. So, like Fallen Enchantress, Legendary Heroes, the Age of Wonders games, like you don't get to pick where your units start. I know that, you know, it's not that big a deal because you just spend the first turn getting into position, but it's not great. There's also shrines on the battlefield. So, for instance, here we have an Empowering Remains. Grants 20% attack. So if you're standing in this tile, you get attack. Here is a Monument of Sorrow, restores 2 mana for each attack made while standing there. And this grants 10% health regeneration. So we want to make sure we're fighting them while they're not standing in some of these shrines. They have Bowmen. Oh, that's just what my Thin Bloods look like, but without red eyes. That's interesting. Yeah, we just have the vampire version of this. So Bowmen. Let's see, they have Bombard. All enemies in an area for 50% of base attack. And they have 45, 20, 115. 45, 15... So our Thin Bloods are actually weaker, better against a single target, and their bowmen are better against a mob of enemies. They have Scouts, Flankers, they do extra damage from the side. Oh yeah, flanking is a thing in this game. It's pretty brutal. You gotta be very careful about sending units up into exposed positions. Getting in behind something like a Lord is an easy way to get them killed. Agile takes less damage from range attacks, and charges does more damage if they've moved over to a bunch of tiles. They have Horsemen. These look like knights here, basically. Getting a little bit scary unit here. Tier 2, Tier 1 Scouts. Agile again, so it's hard to hit these guys with ranged weapons. And they have pretty good defenses and damage, so to watch out for this one. And the Lord, obviously. Got a lot of health. And they have Spearmen and Peasants. So these Peasants are terrible. Wait, they enrage and gain plus 75% attack when below 66% health. Yeah, so 9, so it's going to be like 27 more damage they gain when they enrage. And then they have Spearman, Sundering, and Lunge. These are very similar to ours. Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have the same number of units, but ours are leveled up better. So where do we want to go? We want to send Vlad. We don't want our archers on these guys, and we don't want our lord getting his armor sundered by these spearmen. So we might send Thin Blood Spearman and like this leveled up archer. Oh wait, no. They're all leveled up. What does this mean? Inspiring. Oh yeah. So we want to keep maybe these two together with an archer behind. And then we'll send spearmen in. Now these guys will probably go... I believe this is initiative. Is this fist number? Yeah, it looks like it's in order of that. So Vlad will go, then these guys, then our archers will go, then our spearmen. So we want... probably have our archers move up to, say, here. And these spearmen will have to lag behind here, unfortunately, the main force. So they might go around and flank. So that looks pretty good. We'll go with this. And be careful not to get too far up. Stand on this tile where we can get extra attack. We've got our archers standing behind these guys for extra attack. So then what we want to do here is move to like here and plug that gap. And then these spearmen probably can go over here and plug this gap. They stand on the tile for the extra attack. They only have one range unit, so we might wait for them to come to us. Is there anything we want to cast here? Target allied unit loses 25% of its remaining health and gains plus 50% attack for 1 turn. Gains shielded for 3 turns, takes less damage. That might be good to put on like our spearmen over here. We're going to take possibly some serious hits. So we'll put Blood Barrier on these guys. And then he's just going to wait. I think that puts him at the end of the initiative. So he still gets to go. And he should retaliate. Yeah, perfect. Regeneration. Okay. Good, that was not very much damage. That's awesome. And they're going to sunder their armor when they hit backs. They don't do a lot of damage, but they should survive this. Got some angry peasants coming in. They're not going to be able to do much. We have our aimed shot, but we don't need it. We probably don't want to harm these peasants yet, because we don't want them raging. We might work on these. They don't take as much damage, but Agile takes 50% away. 27 armor takes 27% of the damage. Wow, so every point of armor is percent. I didn't realize it was quite that strong. I assumed it fell off as it got higher, but it does not. Interesting. Enrage below. So they're going to take 32 damage. So they won't be at... Now let's work on a single unit at a time, even though it's not as efficient. I don't remember if I can move and attack with archers. Better just shoot.
We serve the Dracul.
Okay, so we're shielded up here. So their return damage is very low. Let's keep their armor sundering. Down to 19 armor on these horsemen. That's good. Go to flank in here.
Face the might of the Dracul.
There we go. Lord down. And then he can move. Why can't he move after he attacks? I'm not sure. We want to get in. What does this buff do? Restores mana with attack. So maybe we deal 35 damage to a unit and heal. That would do some really good damage to him. We might save that for a moment, though. Gains 15% attack for each unit below 2/3 health. Lasts for 1 turn. We'll move him up here. Won't use a spell yet. We can attack again. $35 health. Uh-oh, you're in trouble now. Enemy aspiration. So they've completed their quest. Blood Drinker, Lifesteal, or Death Tap. So that didn't count for my drain life. How do I get Blood Drinker? Lifesteal. Not sure. Healing a little bit when they attack, and getting mana from being in there. Spearmen are doing some work. Okay, so they're enraged now. 61 attacks. They're pretty dangerous now. Move our archers up, but they can't attack. Yeah, okay. So we'll just have you guys... I mean, we could just put Lifesteal on them. We're getting lots of mana. And we upgraded the library to gain more mana anyway, so I think we'll just use it. These spearmen are trying to go and help. And do I need these guys up here? Yeah, these guys probably can't make it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we'll use Vlad up here. These bowmen are in big trouble. Yeah, that'll hurt. So they keep... Yeah, they're gaining more and more bonuses from leveling this up, but their lord's gone, so really only their archers are getting any bonuses right now. Spearmen. Oh, we killed the peasants. Excellent. We can't kill these off. But Vlad will kill them off before they get another turn. So we might actually move over to here. And just sundering each other's armor back and forth. And then we get another hit. A flanking hit. Does a little more. These guys are down to 29 armor. So you can see if we hit them from right here... Why does it want me to walk over there? That's very strange. Oh, it's if I... hover from whichever direction I hover from is how he tries to attack. That's 74. 74. So they're going to turn and face. And then if I were to send another unit around, they would get a flank bonus. So you guys have to wait. Wait, what's this? All units in a line. Oh, let's harm my own units. Oh, I can do it this way. That's cool. And then we'll have them wait. We'll have these guys do the attack because I'll get the 2 mana from being in the shrine. Cool. Alright, so we have our first battle, our first victory. See how much of our quest progress we got. That was, I think we had to kill 12 units, and that was 6, I think. So if we can find another army in the next couple turns... we can finish that off and get some pretty big experience and 40 blood, I think it was. I'm not expecting it to happen, but maybe we can find someone to chase down and and, destroy. Okay, pretty good. That's a lot of experience. So we got clan victory is rewarded. Clairvoyance reveals a large area on the map for 2 turns. That's going to be very helpful. Also, I love this art. This is really cool. And we got a level up of our faction here. I think I'm going to go with the blood. Having good blood income is a good way for me to have bigger armies. Also, I want to cast lots of these cards. So now we are... do we want to upgrade anything here? No. So we probably want to move on, figure out where those guys came from. They might have come from here. Looks like there's a keep, which if we take, we'll have more recruiting options, and there might be a village nearby as well. So that is what I think I want to work on for my quest. Yeah, I've got to kill 3 more turns, and I have 6 progress so far. Now let's move in here. We've got a graveyard. This wishing stone can be used to gain extra AP, blood, or mana, and more. Available uses. So I think that means that it is available to use. There's this horrifying skull in the background for some reason. And we have a level up here. So maybe we'll upgrade this lifesteal card. That seems very good. Give it for more turns, or we could do more lifesteal. I don't think I want to do this cooldown one. It's just blowing through mana too quickly. I think we'll do the greater amount of lifesteal because it'll help them duel better. So we'll do that one. And so that's all the time we have for this episode. So I thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you in the next one, and we'll go find out what's down here. So I'll catch you then.